Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome in here to some more SXL action. Tonight's matchup will be between 5.2 and NLG Unwanted. A brawl for that last spot in the playoffs. Both these teams rocking in here. The records aren't the cleanest, so it's going to come down to this one to get it done and get them in. Standings right now looking, pretty a bit upsetting if you're fans for either team. NLG Unwanted currently 4th in their division behind the main FVR team, the 00 Void team, and Wild Boys, who are sitting at the top of that division. NLG Unwanted still 2-4 on this season. However, we look at 5.2, also 2-4 rolling through here. Like I said, this is a battle for, playoff contention. They win this, it's winning in for either of these teams. There's a lot on the stand for here. But let's look at this map. Coming in here, we do have Clubhouse, one of my favorite maps, and we will get back to that in a second, as the teams are what's important. Playing through Team 1 right now, I have them set for NLG Unwanted. From Mute Please to Tap Nasty, L. Jaden going to be sprinting and hopefully making some early plays with that Ash. Praise Defy in calling it your bad, calling it is an E-sub coming in here, and we know he always brings some good frag power with him. Flipping over to Team 2, that will be the 5.2 guys. Stretch, Kitjitsu, two long-term players. This whole team is a bunch of unks coming in here. From Crypto, the amazing CC player is their E-sub coming in, as I think CC is falling onto a rough patch. It may be the end of the line for them soon, but only time will tell, as that band of brothers that is there should never break up. Zaholi, the excellent gunner that he is, he either drops a 20 bomb or a big old goose egg. And tonight, everybody who's rooting for 5.2 will be praying for one of them 20 bombs. Friggin' foreign yo. This is another one of them guys that he either gets it all done or doesn't pull very hard. Kitjitsu and Stretch always looking hot. But we are starting to get in here to this bank. Let's take this map. Let's take a look at our one tonight for Clubhouse. So, to the ban phase. Already we have Kaid off the board, as well as the Maverick. Now, this phase is about who can you get the most bang for your buck on these bans. Maverick has been very, very solid all throughout the seasons after the electricity change. I'm going to harp on that every chance I get. Every time I see a Maverick ban, that is exactly why. But that Monty ban will be very strong, almost as strong as that Azami, if not more so, though. Azami is great for those Rafters holds, and Monty is great for the Rafters pushes, so those two are just going to hopefully, with them off the board, allow a lot more free range play for that upstairs hold. Starting out there, we will be seeing 5.2 head to the defense first. Now, it is their basement round to come out here. Eugen's already on the Solus, and we see Omizi, aka Crypto, running around with the Goyo. Hopefully gonna get some good picks, as that Vector is one of the best guns in the game. And I'm expecting this game is highly anticipated. Scissor was raving all week about the outcome of this game and how he hopes to see some good shots going.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Captain on board as always, the utter annoyance that he can be. Stretchy, gotta be bringing it in with that Wamai. The team's IGL, the glue and the foundation that made 5.2 who they are, because they're just slightly above average. If you know. Foreign, man, that guy is pretty tough. Look at him over there on that Mira. Interesting to see the setups that they've got coming so far, as they do rock with one setup for bottom main. The second Mira placement is what a lot of teams will, bounce around between. Do you want to hold it for blue? Do you want to hold blue and play the Mira to sight? Or do you want to set it up exactly how he is, setting up to try and watch that long oil pit angle with it? Upstairs, we still have the Solus on the roam. Now, she has got to stay off site and stay away from main entrances. However, we do see a Blackbeard. He will be that point man getting ready, and it is going to be a hard CC side push for starters. Ash going up there to join him. Flipping over here, Grim, Ram, and Hibana. The Hibana is a great operator for a lot of this playstyle. Moving in, though, we see Mute Please on the Blackbeard, already rushing Solus down. Chases him right back to site in a matter of seconds. That is the roam game practically cleared with no attempt so far at a retake. Dirt wall coming open immediately, and now they just have free range over all the verticality if they want it. Smart time now, just start droning out. However, Ewans is up there trying to retake a little bit. This could be a very ballsy play from the 5.2 player. Someone we really haven't heard too much about has been Ewans. I mean, everybody else though on this team, long-standing members, big-time names, and mainly some great playmakers. Omizi trying to swing himself out onto that dirt wall. I mean, that's a swing you almost want to go for. Stretching out, stacking up with him, and they're double stacking that dirt hold. But here comes the Blackbeard pushing extremely fast down towards that main side. Floor is already pretty much ripped open everywhere. Now it's Blackbeard making that first contact down to Eugen's. The Mira is there, can't see him. Drones coming in, they see Stretchy in the dirt side. They know that might be an easy push in. A long angle from Jaden as he's trying to find somebody deep there. But I can't quite see who it was. I believe that was Foreign. And praise will go down to Kijitsu's cap cams. Everybody loves a good Kijitsu cap cam. Mute Please has to get in there with that Blackbeard. He is a main point of contact operator. Somebody that you want to draw all the contention to. Calling it your bad on the Grim, taking a ton of damage. Eugen's, though, eating just a couple rounds himself. We see Calling it, dropping in. That is a main player right there. In the fire, though, the pop hurting him. Jaden going down to Eugen's as well as he's up to that 2-pick now. And a walk through as Eugen's will find another one for a 3K. Cap Nasty upstairs has that vert to his control. However, these defenders look like they might just swing into everything as Foreign will swing from that vert angle. But there's Kijitsu who's just chilling upstairs for a flawless 5.2 round. I mean, that 5.2 team, they play it pretty quick right there. Kijitsu and Eugen's both stacking up all the bodies in their bags. I didn't even see that flank retake, I'll be honest with you guys. Maybe I'm just not, maybe I just missed it. Maybe not paying quite enough attention that I should be. That was a good retake up there from them. Going now for the gym bedroom setup hold. They have the castle on board still, and he is a major character for defending this. You know, that is a playstyle that is kind of hard to mimic, almost impossible to continuously repeat if he's not on board. There's nobody that does it quite like him, and that's why, I mean, typically you see a castle banned for this map. I mean, he's so powerful. He's been banned. He's got one of the highest ban rates, I believe, for most maps. Slow little load times here. And we see the double hard breach, maybe triple hard breach, depending what type of utility Tap Nasty decides to bring. What I'm interested to see, though, will be this cache side hold. You always need a good extension to hold. This whole top floor needs to pretty much be on lock if you're going to play it. That is immediately what they're setting up for. And I'm only saying the whole top floor. When I really mean just the gym bedroom. If you're playing for the CC cache room, you can pretty much just bunker down for sight and play the SSG below as well as the rafters of garage. And you can lock the whole map down just the same. However, as soon as you give up that point of control here for the cache room, you open up the construction plays. And suddenly they have free ability to walk through Logi. They have that free swing on the door from construction. And it's just a whole different mess, as there are two different swing options available from the logistics play. Someone to keep an eye on here will be Kijitsu, who is just chilling in oil pit, C4 ripped and ready. And the hard breach will be going for that CC wall. However, nobody electing to play for garage yet. And if we look, we see kind of a hard push over on that hot tub side. Wall window coming open, sorry, from highway side of the map. They're into construction. Thermite going for walls. They don't have any denial on board for it. And that will be the wall immediately pulled in their favor. Long angle being held by Praise as he's out on rappel. However, this 5.2 team is known to just swing and swing hard for everything. Calling it, attempting to make himself a play in. Swung out by Eugens, and Eugens will be fried down. The first pick of the game for the Unwanted team. And now IQ trying to get in there and active. However, Foreign will swing up and be taken out. C4 below from Kijitsu to find one, though. And now he takes that vertical back, attempting to retake the command set, or the CCTV side. One pick in his favor. Tap going down to Stretchy. We see Jaden still over here, but Jaden finds Kit. His Kit just looks a little bit too deep for sight. Praise the 5 will find Crypto as Crypto gets a little bit over aggressive. Zealous swing there, if you ask me. The live pings are coming out for where Jaden is at. They know he's cash from side. We see Praise making his rotate over to come double up with his teammate. And they want to push together, which is a smart play. Jaden going to start opening up that con wall. Single wall coming open. That pin stretch even tighter to this wall he is playing. Because now he does not have really any angles to play around. You just have to watch this doorway and pray to God that nobody swings you too aggressive and you don't be double swung. Live pings are there. They know they're moving up. The call is made. His Stretch will find one. Rotates across. Good pick for him. Drone down. They had live pings that whole time. Jaden gets rid of that BP, and we see Stretch now just full booking it back to site. Busting open that rotate door to bedroom, or to gym side, sorry. Jaden swinging deep. 8 rounds left in that mag, though. He's got to reload. Unless he can head tap Stretch here. Stretch bursting on him, and Stretch will go down as Jaden clutches up the round for his team. I mean, 8 rounds in a, or 8 bullets in a dream right there, and a good pick for him. The scoreboard looking a little bit lopsided down there for 5.2s. You see Kijitsu is now 5-1. Man, someone better help that guy out just a little bit, right? Once again, we see the gym bedroom hold, and I mean, I gotta give that one to 5.2. It was a close enough hold that you might as well go back to it and try it again. You know, Clippy, you're like 5 minutes, or yeah, 5 minutes, 5 hours too late to try and get that 5.2 game. Oh, thanks, Trippin, for the info that Eugens is Zaholi. I'm just stupid. I didn't know that. Thanks, guys. Making me feel like an idiot out here on live TV.
Attackers need to locate and
So no, we know who Eugens is. We know his playstyle. Expect some good kills out of him. I mean, so far, Kijitsu has been leading the team. Crypto still doing pretty decent. I mean, he's playing his support role a little bit. Like to see that man open up and frag. I love his star potential that he does have. Foreign in that same boat with him. And we see the extension now for Cash side. This time electing not to have the castle on board. Ballsy, ballsy, ballsy. However, I mean, that mute is kind of a necessity. So is that Fenrir for slowing down this playstyle of Unwanted. Who, I mean, they did stop him pretty hard, but they just lost a couple of those gunfights that should have maybe went the other direction if better positioning might have been involved.
Attackers are moving out to locate
Full setup there, dedicating a ton of utility to try and lock that side out. And let's see what they set up now for site. I mean, they do have the head holes defending the main breach. God, they're waiting a long time to get some of these reinforcements out. And there will go Kijitsu playing down on main stairs. I'm hoping to see him hit a hard roam here. Will be pretty sick. And Mute Please will not be able to get that wall. The mute trick somehow still works. But Mute Please knows it all. I mean, he named himself after it. We'll get the wall open from the top side of it. And a hard push coming here from calling it. He has that garage control. Punch hole made for Zaholi. C4 in hand, though. They get the live pings on him. And right now, it just seems like they're waiting for somebody to slip up from this attacking or defending team. Jaden now pushing up to try and take that wall for his team. But it is denied. Those mute jammers looking extra spicy in here today. To shut down a ton of this attacker utility and playstyle. And, I mean, this is a holy. Just keep ripping that C4 to throw it. Kijitsu down in lounge. A good play by him. You got to defend that. Make sure no one can sneak up your team's red stairs. As Stretchy is over there playing. Breach being made over here on Foreign as they have the highway window control. You hear them starting to take open. And they force him out of position with a Flores drone. But not able to force him into a gunfight. Stretchy about to be swung on. Has a bunch of them near him. Just sees the one at the top rafter window, but not able to fight it. Jumping now from Mute Please, trying to bait Stretch into a deadly swing. However, calling it will get fried down. from Kijitsu, who hits a flank and now is trying to retake that Raptor control. Stretch moving up because he knows his window's clear. However, we'll see Jaden find one, but Stretch running out and taking a down onto him. 2 down on the side of Unwanted, and if Mute Please goes down here, this will be a big play for him. And Eugen's Zaholi going for those swings has got to wrap these kills up though and get them done now, but Praised hitting a drop down on him. Revive going out for one. Calling it is still Rezable, and if they pick these guys up, it will end up into a 5v2 for 5.2. Not in their favor. Right about now is where a co-caster would be just yapping about the good statistics and the play style of the game. I don't have a co-caster with me. We see him easy sneaking himself up onto that bomb chassis. Foreign still waiting and praying that somebody tries to swing him. However, from the hatch, the IQ able to take him down is calling it. Gets a great pick. Now Crypto left in the 1v5, able to find one, fries him. A lot of bodies and a lot of bullets coming around him. Live drones out. He hears that little setup there from the Fenrir gadget. And not a whole lot he can swing. No C4s, no nothing, as he doesn't have him on. He's only got that BP. And they now start locking down for sight. Mute Please with a cheeky angle. Waiting for that swing from Crypto. Tap Nasty has control of that long haul. The Crypto will sneak down, and instead Unwanted will shut him down to pull that round in their favor. Let me just go snooze that. That way it does not play. Unwanted, honestly, leaving a massive impression here. This team has been, kind of dominating 5.2 on a couple of these rounds. I'm not going to say it's been utter domination. I mean, we've seen 5.2 pull that flawless victory on, their first round. But not much really from them since. Although that second round, they did pull it kind of close. That third round was an absolute blowout. Round 4, they are going to be taking it down to basement now. They did win this one on their first play through it. Looks like they might want to run that back one more time. But, I don't know. You got to be sure you can defend those upstairs. Maybe CCTV would have been the play instead of trying for that gym bedroom again. Stay rehydrated. We move into round 4. Band phase is just hit, and we see that Mute and Ace pulled off board. Bandit is still a viable operator, though, if they elect to go back upstairs and try and defend those walls.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
But for the basement hold, Mira's still on. That's a operator I'm actually surprised they left, as she has been, very, very strong for some of these plays. Not really abused to the way that a lot of teams will abuse her, though. I mean, Mira is one of the most, perfectly set up operators, but she does some of the best style of play in this game. A good area denial, a good intel allower, and overall just one of the better operators on the board. So to leave her continuing on, especially with that Vector, the baby shotgun for utility, they C4 and pocket, I don't know how I feel about that. Vigil, though, gonna be hard roaming. He has himself actually barricaded off to that bathroom. I was hoping he was gonna try and stay over there and play it. Instead, though, it looks like he will be, setting kitchen up, too. Odd play, Mr. Stretch, but I want to see what you have in store for us. As he will be hard roaming. Zaholi playing that Solus still for Secret Stairs. I mean, Stretch has got to find a pick here on this roam to keep his team involved with this game. If you let these guys pull a very heavy split on you, I don't think Unwanted will let off the gas at all. Jitsu given the live comms for his team. We got Zaholi still playing Secret. Stretch waiting for someone to play this bathroom side. However, if we flip over to these attackers, they're droning out, and they have now that long haul control. Praisify holding on the Hibana. Mute Please going to be face checking and clearing. And Tap Nasty says, oh, you want to play a pulse? I'm going to play an IQ, and I will floor bang you. Try me. She's also a great counter over here to Zaholi, who is on that Solus. Stretch, who is on the Vigil. Honestly, she counters almost pretty much everybody in this lineup except for Omizi, who is Crypto and Foreign. The attack team have not set a pace yet for how they want this round to go. And as we're down to a minute and 50 left in it, the defense looks like it may have it in their favor. But that can all change here as the blitz comes rushing in. They still have the Ram, who should have been brought but not on board. Looks like they're not playing very heavy for some of this verticality like a lot of teams will. And Mute, please, still just face checking and clearing. He's now taking that strip control. He thinks that there's somebody off site. Instead, we see everybody down in. And Crypto will go down to calling it your bad. Who has been on, honestly, a very, very good round so far. And Stretchy failing the impact trick not once, but twice. And Kitschitsu just going to swing it with that Glock in hand. Glock with a switch does go crazy, so I don't blame him. Jaden has that stairway control. He's starting to take down towards main. Mute, please, I highly anticipate a hatch drop from him. But if they're not careful, Kitjitsu does have behind. And no C4 in pocket, though. As grenades come out, they bounce all around. Not going to find him. Vertical hole is being made, though, by these attackers. And he backs himself even further and deeper into armory. But calling it your bad, coming up through dirt tunnel now. And we'll see Mute, please, find the angle on the Kitjitsu that he needs. Kit forced to rotate around. And Mute not eating any damage because of that Blackbeard. However, a swing in will leave Kitjitsu low, but will cost calling it his life. Blackbeard wanting to try and drop here. I don't know, is that like a skin? Why do I see so much red on that Blackbeard, but no kills? Praised and Jaden both swinging down to find picks. They now have that basement main hallway control. Eugen's still trying to swing his hatch. The attacker's now fully setting up and preparing to go for the church side. Jaden's able to find Kit, holding him down. But Zaholi has got to make this clutch here. 1v3 for him. And he is attempting to at least maybe take this guy off the stairs. And the Ash will pick him up instead. Jaden with 1 HP. In a dream to put that round away. 6-1. Oh my god. In a drop shot to boot. I don't hate it. Alright. Oh, what's up? More skills? Just for the first time in a while, looked over to chat. This basement setup coming yet again. Very similar operator lamps to what we've been seeing, except Stretch this time saying, hey, we don't really need the vigil. I mean, you guys have not been abusing the roam game at all. I don't blame them, as they're now setting up to more or less bunker towards site with the Malusi gadgets in hand. If we ever load in the game, it would be an amazing day. There we go. So once again, I mean, the Mira. Why do they let her on map? I mean, you got Mute, you know, off. What's the point? He's a good operator, but he's not in any means near the greatest. I'd rather seen that Mira be pulled. I can't lie to you. But I'm not in team comms. I don't know what's going on, what their thought process is. We do see the Deimos pull instead, now going over to the ramp. I was kind of hoping to see the Deimos to play as that kind of roam hunter. But 5.2, again, have not been playing it. Maybe now this attacking team from NLG Unwanted will start to familiarize themselves with this 5.2 playstyle and realize, hey, they don't roam, they don't pull anybody off site. However, we do see as a holy spawn peak coming, he's prepping up. Grim walks right past, ready to shoot, but not finding his trigger button. But a swing out from Eugen's, able to take a kill there on a Jaden. Good shots from Zaholi. That is their main frag power, now dead. They got to try and bring this one around as they're already down a body, losing some time on the board as it is ticking down. A couple, you know, we're only like 20 seconds in at this point, or 10 seconds in. But still, every minute is valuable. Every second has its meaning for Siege. And Mute, please, starts rushing through that lounge side, right to where that spawn peak came from. And they will be hard taking blue with the Blackbeard at least. Nobody really on his 6 yet, except Tap Nasty, who will be coming down through the oil pit. Droned in. Maybe not. I mean, he's just kind of standing there shooting at it. Maybe we abandon the blue push? I don't like that idea, but I mean, I'm all about the blue push. Tap Nasty wants to make his presence known, maybe pull for a swing here, nading out the Mira, but not able to actually push into it. And Ilmizi, Mr. Crypto playing heavy up on that blue side. They're setting up now for a full blue defense. However, this attacking team does not seem to care all that much. They're more or less going to be playing maybe main side. We see the ram up above. The verticality is in play. Mute please on that Blackbeard. Last time we really seen him come out, it was more dedicated towards a Moto drop. Moto is open. I believe Kitchen Hatch, though, is still closed. They have nothing to get it with. I mean, at least the impact tricks worked that one time. And the Mira down there to get that reinforcement in the nick of time. I thought for sure Foreign just exposed his head to the vertical. Didn't even care. Kid Jitsu now setting up, ready for this Moto hatch. However, we see the start of a walk down here from Tap Nasty. Mute Please is playing, getting ready to drop it. Popping the fire extinguisher, and here he goes. The Mira did reinforce off, so he cannot swing her. And a little bit of blindness. Flashbang out, flashes himself and his teammate. And praised, I mean, a little bit of a blunder there, but not something that's going to cost that much. The defense now in setup and ready. And we see an attempted push over from calling it to drop Oil Pit straight into Crypto, but Crypto just not keeping that recoil down and missing a load of shots as he puts them into the roof above him as well as the wall next to him. Kit Jitsu will find praise. Tap finding Eugens. That's the holy out. Kit being snuck in on by calling it, who takes that backside control. Stretchy gets one, but Tap Nasty to find four, and Stretch has got to clutch it up here. Will this 5.2 team survive? That is the question. No time left on board. Diffuser is now planted. Stretch does not finish Tap Nasty, even though I swear that was a headshot. 4-1, I mean, as a defense, you need to be the team up in a 4-2 split. To be down in a 4-1 already and still another round to play for against a team whose dominant attacks have been something of beauty. It's going to be interesting to see what they manage to pull out of the bag here for this final defense as they go back to Gym Bedroom, the site that they struggled on for 2 rounds. Hey, Chief White Cloud, thanks for the follow. Thank you, man. Thank you. I almost want to set the goal up to 650. I'm seriously thinking. End of year goal, 650. So that's like a very good play to be. So with this being a win and in scenario, both these teams that you would expect a hard push from. NLG Unwanted looks like they want it as they are, I mean, I don't want to say they're new gens, but they are in the new generation of Siege pulling in. You know, guys who we really haven't heard of or seen much of. So for a newer gen team, I believe this is maybe their first league. Definitely the first one I've seen. Showing up in the way that they've been is an insane setup. I mean, they are currently bottom of their division, but they still can clinch that wild card spot for the playoffs. Wild card weekend is coming up here very, very soon, guys. And I mean, it's very obvious that NLG is putting everything they can into it, hoping to come away with a win here. If they take this 5-1 split and then still have their defenses to follow, I got a feeling they will. I mean, if they 7-1 5.2, that is a statement piece for the type of gameplay they put up. Because 5.2 has been a legacy team around for ages. They've had their victories, they've had their good wins, but right now they're almost looking like ghosts of their former selves. The team that used to have this number 1 through number like 10 champ on their team, no longer looking in that style of dominance as they're almost, you know, being put down here on their defenses. Thermite ripping open the wall here for the CC connector, or CC side, wanting to push over through that construction connector as the team play would go. And has the jacuzzi open too. I mean, that hot tub wall is a big one for at least this site control. Tap Nasty has those highway windows. And Jaden with that upstairs garage, praise the fight playing. I hope to see a Logi drop because that would just upset the balance of things. But they have to get Foreign out of position first if they want to attempt that. Stretch chilling on red stairs. The Holy will eat a ton of damage. Has no idea that the guy is just laying there in that upstairs garage. But a sprint in a drop as Mute gets his head taken clean off. When I say Mute, I do mean the Thermite. Blew him smooth off, I'd say. And calling it now, getting his body taken by Stretch. Looks like 5.2 want to at least walk away with a 4-2 split here for themselves, as they're currently 2 bodies up in a 5v3. However, Tap Nasty out there with that highway window control can shut down a lot of these rotates back towards site. Doesn't really matter all that much, as I believe everybody is now there, and site is fully in the favor of the defending team. However, Tap Nasty is able to pick one as they get a little bit over aggressive on him towards these windows. Praise trying to swing in, but Crypto's there to shut him out. Now Jaden and Tap Nasty into the 2v4. A little bit of the split push style coming here. Good comms. They are playing at least close enough for refrags, but far enough to make an impact wherever they're at. Foreign still watching for his hat drop. We've got Stretchy just chilling in sight, Omizi chilling in sight, and Kit Jitsu out here playing for the breach. They give up a little bit of the control of the highway side and the construction side. However, with everybody playing the angles they have the crosser set up, and Tap Nasty will lead a ton of damage there from Crypto. Trying to find an angle to eat somebody. Instead, though, this defending team will not swing. Jaden and Tap have got to find a way to probe the bear here and move themselves in. But again, with nobody on this defensive team swinging, it looks like these guys are not sure of what to do. 15 seconds left, and Crypto will go down to Jaden. C4 out, just missing. Finding another one in the jump in now from Tap Nasty. Trying to move forward. Jaden is fried. Stretch is swung, but Foreign is able to clutch up the round for his team. As it all kicks off there in the last 10 seconds of the round, everybody's moving forward. And it honestly looked like the way that those attackers were collapsing in, we'd see it favor their side. But just a good clutch up, a couple of picks, and evens out that game to now go in the favor of 5.2. But we flip sides. 5.2 did find a little bit of that rhythm that they were lacking earlier on. Now they just have to transfer that into their attacking style, and Clash Maverick will be the first set of bans. That Clash, she is annoying, and that Maverick, I'm going to harp on it again because the electricity nerf, I'm going to say it's a straight up nerf, not a change, it's a nerf. So you no longer take damage from electrified walls. He's going to become a more banned operator because a lot more teams will abuse him. The Clash, she's just your annoyance. The everyday thorn in the side you don't want to deal with. Montaigne, the GOAT himself for trying to push Oil Pit, trying to push Top Garage. Pretty much any push you can come up with is better behind a Monty. The Kaid off board means that they cannot stop your hatch play except for impact tricking. And that will be very, very important here. However, not for this site, as it will be CCTV room to start out the defense side for NLG Unwanted. You take a second and rehydrate. Alrighty.
Attackers
Still
need to
loading in.
locate
Let's
and
see what
defuse
their
the
search is
bomb.
gonna be. CCTV cache, something we didn't see 5.2. I mean, I can say we didn't see them touch this map. They didn't touch this bomb site. They were all over the side of the map for their upstairs defenses. I mean, it worked a little bit in their favor from time to time. However, we did see some good collapses from NLG Unwanted, which cleaned them out almost immediately. Not bringing the castle here for the SSG hold is a bit of an oddity. Something you definitely do not see very often. It's Tap Nasty. I mean, okay. But the playstyle makes sense. I kind of get the setup. Head holes that nobody can jump through. Opening up the floor for Jaden, who's going to be playing downstairs. But again, with no castle, this hole is becoming a lot harder. Test 4, you streaming Element tomorrow night. Actually, I am not. I'm not involved with Element. Wish I was. Element, you guys want me? You come get me. I'd love it. Sadly, I'm not involved with them. DC 5.2 setting up to start taking through the bottom garage now. They will be making that rafters push that matters. Kit Jitsu, however, on the Ash trying to play around. But what they need to worry about is calling it your bad, who is currently over in gym bedroom with a window setup, trying to find anybody who gets a little bit too ballsy with their playstyle. If he sees that rappel or hears that rappel, they will be getting dropped. That is Zaholi, I believe, still out there in that garage or parking side, but he will sneak through garage without being seen. Calling it your bad may have been thwarted a little bit here because of the placement and just some siege timing. The Capital putting fire up onto mute, please. However, the shots ringing out here from Stretch will be a definite annoyance. Tap Nasty able to pick up Foreign. Holy still playing down below in bottom garage, waiting for Mute Please to try and swing around. However, Mute is in a bad spot here. When I say Mute, I still mean the Azami, not Praised, who actually has some good positioning for the cash side. And Azami able to escape without taking any damage. Jaden will find that pick there onto Kit Jitsu. They give up top rafters to Stretch, who could have honestly maybe unshielded and took that free kill that was handed to him. Instead, he does not. And Crypto upside down on Repel, trying to play for Breach. They may take Breach control here, and they move in and start setting up for a possible plant scenario soon. However, that jump up there, ever so annoying. There are still at least, there's one C4 on board there for Praised, and we will see now Blackbeard dropping down, getting that diffuser for himself from Crypto, who is going to go back and start retaking his vertical and angle side control. So Holy going in, attempting to cover. He will be taken down. C4 out. We see Mute Please getting some damage. Stretch taken down, and then the Omizi will get dropped as well right behind him. For a clutch up from the defense. I mean, these guys were starting to push in and try and get aggressive, but it's now 5-2. Jaden's still 10-3, absolutely putting this team into his backpack and carrying them through. 5-2 against 5.2. However, a 5-2 split, I mean, we're one round off of the dreaded, the 6-2. Anytime that we will always talk about it as casters. Because, I mean, how do I word this? 6-2 is the split where you get overly cocky. You think, yeah, we're one round off winning and they've got a mile ahead of them. Next thing you know, that 6-2 turns into 6-5. That 6-5 will be a 6-6. And the next thing you know, it'll be 7-6. I'm not saying 6-7. This is my stream, not yours. Get out of here, Squirtle. It will be a 7-6 setup, and you're on your match point. It's all guns blazing. And you had that standpoint where you could have closed the rounds out. We've seen it way too many times. But not sit here and keep predicting that it's going to happen. But maybe NLG Unwanted will write the script a little bit better for themselves. Basement setup as Mira is still on board. We do have another ban phase here in a couple of rounds if we even make it that far. And a castle also coming into play. Now, a lot of teams will elect to use this as a vertical extension here for the kitchen side, but seeing as how they're reinforcing off the Moto, it does not appear that they will be playing it. The extension we've seen a lot here lately, especially in the T3, T4 PC scene, as well as even some Pro League guys have been doing it. They're setting up that bar with the castle, holding a full vertical, and having Moto hatch open to rotate down later. Kit Jitsu gonna be playing as the Fuse as I highly anticipate a Fuse play mixed with Hibana to try and get that main hatch open. And Kit Jitsu will start his hard rush over. Nobody on the defense is currently roaming. We do see some play down here in Dirt Tunnel. Tap Nasty going for the oil pit side. I was hoping to see a rotate up oil pit, but no. Nobody's gonna be off site. It's going to be almost a full-on bunker down play style from these guys. 5.2 have got to crack open an egg here. Man, it is a tough one to crack, though. Look at all those zombies. That is the issue with leaving her on board, is she is just an annoyance for her ability to change sites around. Dude, she flips a whole map on its head like it is nothing. Zoholi has that bottom main stairs control. Jaden is right on the other side of that. And here comes all the fuse charges dropping down into sight. I don't know how we see calling it still alive after all that death raining. But he will be. And no attempt yet for that hatch until Stretch now comes over. Starts ripping it open again. Looks like he may have just been baiting for it though. Hoping to miss. And that will be the hatch. At least 2 pops so far. Nobody coming down here to start trying to play with them yet. And there is still Omizi, who is on the central main stairs getting ready to swing himself down. Everyone else still hoping to set up upstairs as they continue to maintain that vertical presence and get some pressure on these guys defending. Fuse is out of Fuse charges, which is a bit of bad news, ladies and gentlemen. We will not be seeing a Fuse kill on our stream tonight, which is honestly making me kind of sad. I love some good Fuse plays, but Kit Jitsu, realizing he's just a walking AK-12 at this point, will start running in. Jaden is taken down, misses all of his shots up on the Stretch. And it's a good pick, and now Stretch going to drop down into Moto with him. However, the one to watch right now is Tap Nasty, who's playing Oil Pit. The swinging from Ash, just able to get that pick. Now reswing almost hits the Azami in the face. Mira is currently popped, but it makes it a one-way for him. Omizi finding Mute Please, and Diffuser is playing and now calling it, and Praise have got to lock in. Eugen's taken down. That's the Holy off board. But the Mira is popped, and I don't think it was calm that he did it. Calling it now left into a 1v4. That angle is definitely now called, as he looks very, very concerned about it. Ooh, I hate that reload animation for this gun. And he will go down to 4-in. 5.2. This may be the start and the tip of the spear for this comeback. We tap out really quick. All right. And tap back in. I don't know what that MP5 skin is, but I gotta say, I hate it. I hate it more than anything in the world. It's nasty. It's kind of like slopping around as he reloaded. Ugh. Don't like it at all. This time we'll be seeing that gym bedroom defense. 5.2 struggled to defend it. Let's see if they will struggle to attack or if it will be a clean rip through for them. And of course the 35-minute load times, because PC to console load times, guys, are broken. I'm sorry. Yo, where's Scissor at? Scissor, are you around? This is the matchup of the decade, as you were saying. Where are you at? The C4s on board is a ton of utility to stack in here for this defending team. I kind of like to see it. I don't hate it. And once again, the Mira, she's still on board for maybe only one more round. However, I don't expect her to really leave. I mean, she has been a nuisance operator. But that is Zombie, especially after that last round, has got to be somebody that you're keen to pull off board. I mean, she didn't get any picks, but that site setup was just to look at. The operator now, that 6-pick round, is we see the attacking team pretty much change most of this lineup as they're now set to attack upstairs. I think that was their basement setup. Something I like to see, teams actually communicating, you know, push styles, play styles, and operator lineups depending on location of the defense. Zaholi already going in, getting active, finding Tap Nasty as he is still a little bit late to set up. But his camera now gone. Jaden still just chilling on the red stairs, and main wall for the CC side will come open. But it is only now Jaden left by his lonesome. 10-4 and ready to gun out. But there's the clear out now for Cash. They start to set up this attack. Ash swinging in. That is the Holy taking some control. And they may find themselves a free swing here, depending how they try and go about getting rid of Jaden. Now, Zaholi does have position he could take for Cash side, and just opens up a wide angle. And Jaden will go down to Stretchy, who was playing out there on a highway. I believe Jaden might have tried to retake just a little bit. And Stretch, just the annoyance of a sledge on this map is a good thing. Kid Jitsu will be picked, though, by calling it down below with that C4. Omizi, Mr. Crypto, trying to watch his own flank. And they have no reinforcements, no setup there for the Logi walls. Stretchy still just trying to aggress a little bit. And a run up. Oh, if he only had that pistol pulled and ready a little bit earlier, he could have found that easy pick there onto Praise Defy. And here comes Zaholi swinging himself through into Logi. We see a good one from Eugen's taking him down, or Praise, sorry, taking one down. Praise is Reed, though, and Stretch with a TK for himself. And Omizi will pick up a kill. Okay, Stretch, what was that team kill about, my guy? Crypto going in there, at least gunning out for that little kill there at the end. But Stretch, I mean, at least you're bumping my KD up. As the unwritten Siege rulebook says, all casters get the KD from kills that happen in the match. So this band round coming in here again. I hope to see the Mira or the Azami go, and it looks like she will. Thermite now pulled off board too. They don't want to deal with that main breach anymore. However, you still have the Habana who can open up on this map. You have the Ace still on board with a much better gun. Things may play still in the favor of 5.2 as they are surmounting this comeback. It is 5-4 currently, and they are looking a little bit warmer than they were at the starter. Alright, I gotta remember to swap my GPU around after this game. Before I go to bed tonight.
Defenders,
Change my
protect your
plugs.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
Just reminding myself of stuff. Nobody pays attention to me. So now coming for the CC cash side. I mean, again, this is not something we've seen 5.2 play into at all for that last game. You please boy out the castle. Please stay up for the SSG gameplay. And it looks like he will be as he is going down to play that lounge side hold. His first floor garage now being all reinforced off. Captain Nasty going back for the con walls. At least they are playing a lot more area denial than what we've seen out of the other, well, pretty much out of this whole matchup. As he who controls the map has the map. I guess that wouldn't be the right. I don't know if I don't know how to word that. He who has map control has the whip. I don't know. Well, how you try to describe it, it does not sound good. And you hear the attempt now for the storage push. They've identified the SSG setup and hold. Now it will be a matter of how quick can they get Mute out of there. This is something I know a lot of teams do practice their playstyle for, because it is just so common for Mute Please and other players to play the castle down in here in the Logi. Droning out after him, that is a main key point. As soon as you can identify him, you can then start trying to pull those castles off board. If we see all castles break in one shot, this could result in a good pick for the attacking team. Eugens, though, finding... Ooh, never mind. Calling it... I was supposed to say, I thought he found that shot on calling it, but nah. Instead, was he calling it, clean that one up. Now, Mute, not really scared about any sort of swings. Didn't know that his wall got open, though, and he is taken down by Kit Jitsu. That is our Ram. Jaden being fired off and losing that Raptor's control. Praise left at about 1 HP and calling it now, coming on a flank around. Trying to take map control back for his team as he pushes for the Logi side. As we know, Logi lounge door was already open, and that is a bucket that he's got to deal with. Impact out, but may have given away his element of surprise. Attack team looks like it may have stalled out just a little bit. They're calling and trying to figure out where these bandits are placed at. Kijitsu's got to be the one to get him. Instead, Jaden tries to walk down on him. He is taken out. Tap Nasty going down to 4, and body count in favor of 5.2. They're starting to open up main wall to take some more space. Calling it, getting a great swing there out on the stretch. This man could be that clutch factor the team needs. Praise hits a C4, down to a 2v2. Foreign and Crypto left in a clutch situation. There is no more C4s on board, though, for the defense. Calling it has one impact ready to go. And Omizi has the diffuser in hand. Makes the rotate around for garage side. And Foreign has got to just hold up. 35 seconds left on this board, but the diffuser will be planted, booting us back up to, I believe, 30 or 40 seconds. And Praise Defy has got to find the angle here. Foreign going out. AR in hand. Taken down. Praise hitting the clutch as Crypto will be dropped. And a little bit of BM here as they clutch it up and pull that round in their favor. Going up now to match point. We could see Unwanted close the night out here after this round. And their scoreboard looking, honestly, kind of close together. Except for Mute Please, who is currently 2-6. This may be the round where we see him kind of lock it in for his team to shut it down and bring it in. However, 5.2 could still win out these next 2 rounds and send us into OT. Which, I mean, the way these teams are playing, I would definitely enjoy that quite a lot. Alright. Siege, please fix your loading times. I'm tired of sitting here for 45 minutes.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Alright, we are in now for the basement. The scope host is on board, though. Now, I love to see her run. You know, that robot, he gets out there, able to take a ton of site control or map control away just by simply having one setup out. You know, not something that these attackers may be ready for. They don't have a Deimos or nobody to really track him down and figure out where he's at. So I highly expect a good roam out of him. They also have Jaden ready to go on that vigil. Looks like they may be setting up to play a more aggressive vertical than what anybody has been playing so far tonight. However, it looks as though Praise may actually just keep chilling down here basement side, as he's not finished setting up yet. But as we move in, he does start pulling away. Second floor hold from Praised and Jaden. It's a good idea to just space your bodies out. And are we going to see Tap Nasty play for the strip side? As he's making a hard push over there. Kit Jitsu is in. Staying there. Live drones, though, for him, as he knows exactly where Tap Nasty is. Live calls being made. Swings in. Finds that easy kill. And Kit Jitsu will take him out. First pick in the favor of the attacking team. Already as they, again, try to surmount this comeback. Jaden taken down by Foreign. 3v5 now. And this attack will start pushing themselves off that vertical and more towards site. However, Praise to fly up on the roam. He is fried out by Kit. 2v5 now for him. And they have got to be living on a prayer to just stick themselves in this game a little bit longer. We've not seen any vert yet being open. All these bodies down for the defense, and the main attack still has yet to even begin. Moto hatch being ripped open. The Delta rotates or being made upstairs by the attackers, so they can easily traverse around the map. However, a flank coming up here from you, and he will get a pick there on a 4, and at least a down, not enough for a kill. That is still a good thing. Calling it your bad tucked in close to his Mira. That is a lovely spot there for a Rooney barricade, sorry. As it is just always annoying. One Hive's going in. They now know where these defenders are located. Hot drop here from Zaholi as he's able to come in and find Calling it, who's paying more attention to it's behind. And Mute Please will go down as we see a flawless 5.2 attack. They are one more round off of bringing us up now to double match point for these guys, and that would put us into OT. However, we are still just on normal match point here for NLG Unwanted. This is the round they have to close out or be ready for a dogfight from 5.2. Have been sticking through this game as hard as they can. KD's on the board for 5.2. I mean, Kijitsu at 11 and 8. Eugen's AK is a holy 11 and 9. That's doing pretty good for those two. Foreign, who is 7 and 7, just breaking even. Then Crypto and Stretchy, the two, I don't want to call them the least frag power because they are not. Crypto definitely guns out. We've seen Stretch have his heyday once in a while, but those two do tend to play more to that flex, support, or IGL styling. For the NLG team, Mute Please is still 2 and 7. I mean, that man has got to pick up some kills on this round and assist his team just a bit, as only 3 assists are currently on board for him. Calling it, though, has been having a pretty spectacular day, but not enough to stay even. Jaden at 10 and 7. We have Praise the Fight at 9 and 7, and then Tap Nasty at 7 and 8. I mean, their KD's all relatively, you know, balanced and pretty decent on their play style, and they have been matching it pretty well. However, now we do come down here to the basement, a pretty solid defensive setup, but it appears as though they're already bunkering in, as Jaden has the Mira on board, and there's nobody off site quite yet. If we see a 7-5 closeout, I will be thoroughly shocked, especially after 5.2 that last round. The way they played a couple of these other attacks. Calling your back, currently the only one off site now, and he finds some damage there onto Zaholi. He threw up into the floor, but he will immediately retreat back. Nobody's playing up, nobody's playing aggressive yet. It's making me still rather sad. Omizi has that CCTV control. Zaholi now droning out for his lounge play. And they will all start moving this attack forward at a great pace. But they've got to get Stretchy in there and start getting these hatches open. Praise, however, in a good spot with that tuber out to at least deny the moto hatch. Maybe even if he can get himself around to it, the kitchen hatch. C4 out from calling it, not able to pick a body. However, there are still 2 more C4s left for his team. I expect to see those used here to play the verticality going upwards. It is a smart play, a good idea. However, 9 times out of 10, without there being some good intel on it, it will not work. Ram getting active, trying to take through that main hallway, at least getting it ripped open. Stretch going to be playing now for the hatches, getting out of the way of them. And that will be, I believe, a hatch pull almost for the kitchen side. And we do see the moto hatch be denied by Praise Defy. C4 prepped in hand. He is out of his current charges, missing that C4, not able to find a pick to Stretch, looking a little bit low. And the hatch will come open now from kitchen. Play being made here from Zaholi, getting out some of those ash charges to pepper the Miras down and at least get rid of some of that annoyance. But there is nothing right now in the hands of Foreign that can get rid of that Malusi trap. Bees in hand here from Foreign, prepping it out now to make the push down blue. Starts getting those live intel. There's a shotgun playing close there on that AC box, and Zaholi is already in. As he moves up there, we will see a pick down, a drop hatch from Foreign, able to bait tap Nasty into a swing, and a run up from Eugen. Stretchy getting picked, calling and finding Foreign. Praise going down. Now it is Crypto left for the 1v3 as Jaden pulls a 2K in this round. 1v3 situation. Jaden is extremely low, still playing close to this moto hatch drop. SMG in hand, that Vector rips and shreds, but Crypto able to lay a little bit of damage out a little bit faster. However, he eats a ton to his body. 1v2, calling it, still holding his own angle, and Mute Please holds a nice heady angle, but Omizi will pre-fire it, not able to find it. 5 seconds left. This is for the game, and calling it will shut him down to end the one now in the favor of NLG Unwanted as they punch that ticket into playoffs. Good team play from these guys. 7-5 victory for them. I believe, like I said, from what I was being told, that is the ticket punched for NLG to hit that playoff spot. 5.2, I believe, is now eliminated from contention. That is the wild cards, hopefully seeded. We will see who is up into it next week whenever the match chats roll around. And I'm just going to say thank you all for stopping out. I would love to sit here and chat a little bit more, but I think I'm going to call it as an early night tonight. Till the next one. Later.